to sit down, please. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the biggest fight night of the year. Welcome to Chaos in the Ring. This event is brought to you by Balmoral Promotions in conjunction with American Promotions. Lagos, are you ready? Making his way, he is from the blue corner, or I should say the red corner. He is the Zazu King. He has a perfect record of 2 bouts and 2 wins. He is the self-acclaimed face of Nigerian boxing. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Portable! And fighting in all white trunks, he hails from Ughelli, Delta State. He is also known as Machala. He is the most successful streamer in the whole continent of Africa. Ladies and gentlemen, Kata Evans!
We have the rule. Whatever I tell you, if I tell you to stop, you stop. If I tell you to break, that is, you are holding yourself, you separate. You understand? That's the rule of the game. And you don't commit foul anyhow. Do you understand? That is it. So you obey me at all times. Understand? Touch gloves. Just touch. Separate.
Have huge social media followings. Millions between them. But now they go toe-to-toe in the ring, and Portable fast out of the traps. A couple of big shots from Carter F.A. It's a difficult one to analyse, but Niran, do your best.
It's crazy, absolutely crazy stuff there. And you can see Portable resorting to something that looks like wrestling right here. And they need to listen to the referee, and that's where the problem is. Because I'm almost thinking I'm watching WWE or something right now.
Well, in fairness, they didn't really listen to the instructions before the fight. I think this is going to quickly become a street fight.
Yeah. And then both of them. I think Carter knows that if he's going to come, he has to come aggressively as well, because that's what Portable is all about. Portable, most times in his victory, has actually used, aggression, intimidation, and a host of other things. And Carter is trying to tell him, bring whatever you want to bring. I'm right here. And I think he's matched him well enough. Don't forget, he's the taller of the two.
He's got the pose and the demeanor of the boxer between the two, but of course, the height difference means he's having to stretch to fire anything. He'd be well versed to go to the body, but well, it's rock'em sock'em stuff, and it's whoever lands first here.
And now you can see that Portable knows that if he has that punch power as well, can he finish it up? He's catching Portable, but Portable is standing strong. He's got a lot of energy as well. The problem Portable is going to have in this fight is the fact that he needs to recognize he doesn't have the longer reach. And the moment he calms down, the better for him. Because the way he fights, he might just walk into a bomb. And that's not what he wants to do.
Well, this complete shaking. We've got absolutely no idea where we are in the round. The 2 minutes elapsed a long time ago as a right hand from Carter F.A. lands. Portable happy to walk through it and try and throw a couple of bombs of his own, and Carter F.A. has not got his balance at all. There's no stance.
Sure, when it comes to followership and crazy people, and it feels like the referee himself is so scared to even get in the middle so that he doesn't get caught with one by himself.
Yeah, I do wonder if our referee knows quite what he's let himself in for here. just as well we haven't gone with corner graphics. Carter FA has a corner team of about 24.
And age could also be a fact.
But does have the little of any boxing experience out of the two.
And you know the funny thing about it, every time FA is hoping you don't too. I'm not here to fight you. We're just here to celebrate and have fun. He always wants to touch the gloves, and Portable is not having any of it.
I struggle to see how Portable is going to land anything upstairs.
He's not.
Although he continues to throw them.
FA's doing a great job. Gives him a break.
Rocks slightly. Carter FA swings and misses with the big right. And gets turned, and the referee's just going to let them crack on. And why not?
FA's definitely edging this with what we're seeing so far. He's been able to land some very big punches, but you could also see that Portable has got a lot of stamina. He's got a strong chin as well, because other celebrities would have dropped from some of the bombs that FA has dropped. But my concern is FA's got a lot of energy as well. If you see him on the streaming, you think he's a madman as well. So I want to see what's going to happen in the third round. Will they still have this intensity?
I wonder if the excitement and everything else has potentially got to Portable, who's in a bad way in that corner.
Yeah, and I think he's exhausted himself with all the dancing and all the crazy stuff.
Yeah, I think the adrenaline of both men has probably just got a little much for them, and it is hot in this arena.
Above the billing.
So we are going to see a third round. The halfway point. 4 more minutes remain, do they?
Of them aren't professional boxers, and you see FA once again.
2 minutes to settle the score, and Portable caught one on that exchange and may just look to hold on here for just over 100 seconds. Portable is out on his feet,
and the referee,
and I think the referee is saying no more.
Yeah, I think he's saying no more.
Portable is shaking his head.
What he's saying is that that's the end of the round. They had to reduce the hour or the minutes of that round. 2 rounds have gone on already, and the way they're going, I think for the safety of both boxers, they have to quickly, stop. It's crazy though, but
so with 2 rounds complete, do we go to the cards?
2.5 rounds, I want to say.
Well, the crowd aren't happy.
Are we on course to see a new celebrity boxing champion? And you can see the fans of Carter FA chanting his name, and he's also lapping to it as well.
A no contest would be the outcome.
Possibly.
Maybe we do it all again.
Absolutely, and then of course then they'll have to give them a strict instruction. They need to listen to the referees.
Chaos in the ring, confusion out of it. Incredibly, a discussion is being had with the judges, but king of Africa's social media scene. It's a first pro victory on debut, and he has settled the beef between, well, I say he settled the beef between these two, but I'm sure this is not the last we've heard of the rivalry between Carter FA and Portable. It was almost impossible to score, but we've got to score somehow.
Yeah, and it was down to who landed the clearer punches, and you've got to say it was Carter FA who rocked Portable quite a few times. I was expecting Portable to use his wealth of experience, having had 2 celebrity fights before now, but he was so animated. I guess he was so angry that he was actually looking like he was going into a judo fight with Carter FA, who was more concerned about throwing punches rather than wrestling. And then you saw him every time the round start. Carter Efe always went with his gloves, trying to tell Portable that yeah, it's a fight, but you know, we're celebrities, we're just making people happy, giving joy. Touch gloves, let's go into it. And there's really no law against that as well. We see some boxers do it as well. In between rounds, you see them touching gloves, showing mutual respect for each other. But Portable wasn't having any of it at all. And at the end of the day, it wasn't like he was the better fighter.
Well, it felt he won the mind game battle at the beginning. He stayed backstage, he stayed calm. Portable worked himself up into an absolute frenzy in the ring. And